event is starting. Who is live?
I am live. Oh, hang on. I've got a Ridian dialing in now.
I know, but my call keeps on dropping out.
Are you on a wireless radio? Oh, you can't hear me.
Yeah, he's got his headphones in. He's talking to Vicky, I think. I think you have to be told not to move in sudden gestures. Are you with us yet?
He's there.
No.
Right.
Okay. It seems to be when there's a lot of movement on the screen, it buggers up.
Yeah.
Are you on Ethernet or wireless?
I'm on Ethernet.
Okay. What ISP are you with?
Virgin.
Oh God, well that explains.
Right. Okay then. Are you on cable or just ADSL?
Should be cable.
Right. Saying if yeah, I mean cable's generally got a very good upload speed, but
I see Simon's trying to drop me in the Clark's here.
is he? Oh, I'm not actually paying attention to chat at the minute.
He's trying to see it was me that was dropping him into Clark's with the ladies of Twitter. It wasn't. He'd done himself.
Ah. Has Simon dropped himself in it? Never. He doesn't do that, does he?
Absolutely.
That wasn't me, that was Ridian.
Oh dear. Oh, apparently they've only just got electricity where Iridium lives.
Oh, fair enough.
What?
You've only just got electric there, have you?
It feels like it. Only now last week I've got UPVC windows.
What's this sorcery then? Electrickery?
Elastic trickery.
It's glazery, apparently.
Elastic nickery.
Current here, according to one Nick here, cars will be running off it within 25 yards.
Yeah, superb.
No, it's bloody cool. I know you can hear me, Simon. Gonna die, Iggy.
Ridders lives in Hamlet.
No, I'm not fond of Shakespeare's tragedies.
Oh, you're not?
No,
Oh.
because my life is a tragedy.
Ah. Okay. Yeah, I heard that as well.
So did Matt.
He's gonna get whipped now.
Oh, he is. By the way, Ridian, we're live. Did you know?
I kind of guessed that,
Okay, fair enough.
because it's after 10 too.
Yeah. Well, you could have said no live show because of technical issues, but I thought that'd be fun for everyone to see, so.
Everybody loves technical issues.
They do.
Yeah, let's not go down that road.
I suppose not.
And that's the last thing I'll say about it. Oh, yeah.
How can I put this? I'm gonna say it looks like normality might have been resumed.
Ah, he's doomed us all.
Commentator's curse right there. That's like Jeffrey Boycott saying England are doing well in cricket.
Who?
He wouldn't have said it like that.
Alright. It's like Mark Lawrenson saying England are gonna play well in football.
He wouldn't have
Is that
said
still
it.
over your head, Matt?
Yeah, can you do it in a non-sporting turn of phrase?
It's like saying the weather. It's like the weatherman forecasting an Indian summer.
Ah. Right, now I understand. Michael Fish and Hurricanes.
There will be no hurricane.
Better hear than me.
I remember that night. That was not a lot of fun. I was in the southeast at the time.
They always trust the local nerds.
4 minutes.
4 Minuten. 5 Minuten.
4 Minuten.
Ah,
Cricket, that's English baseball, ain't it? Okay.
I would say Shumai Batti, isn't it? But I won't admit.
how goes rugby down club, innit?
That was
Nice.
every boycott.
English baseball's rounders, says Leanna Lawless.
Which is true.
I have absolutely no damn idea. I really don't. Fair.
British prefer one hand, Americans did prefer two.
Oh, right, okay. It's bigger in America, is it? What they have to hold. Has he frozen up again?
No, well, not yet.
No, he has. He has. He's frozen up again.
Bloody hell.
There he goes. This is going to be a fun show, isn't it?
How is it that Lal can go from English baseball is rounders to electric showers are easy to fix? I worry about that girl.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's weird. I think Ridian's suffering the Virgin's curse tonight.
Should I tell DD to connect your bunt? What the hell is that?
I don't know.
I think Sab's already put it through the universal translator, and I think it's probably bugger off.
Right, I'll drop Ridian's call again because it ain't coming back up. It looks like we might be going into some VT at the start of the show then.
Well, yeah, because you've got... Yeah, ain't not wrong.
No. It's a good job I've always got VT prepared, isn't it?
Good Boy Scout.
Aye. Could I have my badge now, please?
Which one would you like?
Professional Vapor badge.
Professional Vapor!
That's the one. I don't want to clone one though.
Is it? The hell? My chocolate frozen.
It's all happening tonight, isn't it?
Certainly is. But I have two, so that's all right.
Right. I've not moved anything. Carry on without me if needed. I'll dial him up again.
No banana. I
Ash-
have not get a banana. We're less than a minute.
Yep, okay. Fun, fun, fun. Right, he's dialing back in. Hello.
Aye.
Right, we've got no video. Now
I'm
we've
gonna
got
throw
video.
this thing out the window in a minute.
Oh, it's not playing ball, is it? Right. How long, Dave? Sorry?
15 seconds.
15. Right, I'll get myself poised.
5, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it.
Hello. Right, you join us in the night of uncertainty because Ridian here keeps dropping his connection tonight. No fault of his own. But we're going to carry on. And you can see he's really happy about it. Yeah, show us how happy you are, Rid. Right, so tonight then we're going to have a chat about the call to action from the EU. We're going to have a look at another tank and maybe some other stuff. Will depend how it goes tonight. So anyway, all of that after the titles.
Joytech UK are proud sponsors of VapeTrails.tv.
And we're back. Hello. Right then, so apparently Ridian's found something funny. I don't know what I said during those. I don't know. Right.
I've lost it. I've lost it.
Well, when you're ready, take your time.
Oh, right.
Yeah, compose yourself. Right, so you want to have a little chat about the EU call to action, don't you?
Yes, I do.
You have
I
the floor.
do indeed. Right, okay. Hopefully most people may have heard of this already, but this EU-wide call to action was started by the Austrian Vapers Group, and it's essentially trying to get what we did with the BBC in the UK, but a massive, massive scale across the EU.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, we need to start getting on the streets and getting in the face of everybody. Maybe not, maybe not that rude, but it's time to get off our butts and get together, show we mean business. We can do all the stuff that we want through Twitter, Facebook, emails, letters, and all that. But it's at this time of year with the elections, we need to show the politicians throughout the EU that we mean business. And this event is dated for Friday the 29th of May.
Mm-hmm.
Across the country, across Europe. And yeah, I think it's time that we hit the streets again.
I think so. So I know you've got a hand in organising the Welsh side of events, and is it Bee's doing some stuff as well, isn't she?
Yeah. Well, Bee started it off with me,
Right.
and I thought, right. The last time I organised something in Cardiff, which happened to do with the Welsh Assembly, 13 turned up.
Yes.
As an example, the Welsh Vapers Facebook group has nearly 300 people.
Okay.
The only way I think this can be done is to entice people with it being a vape meet rather than anything political.
Okay.
I know it's a bit of a pseudo blackmail there, but I think it's the only way we could do it. Gathering of vapors in your local square, followed by a piss up. What's not to like?
Yeah, fair point. It's I suppose. I mean, maybe by default it gets some more turnout anyway, simply because the weather should be nicer.
Yeah.
The last ones have been fairly early in the year, haven't they? Maybe people are thinking, there's no way I'm going to go out there.
Yeah, it's like the ones that when we went to the anniversary vape meet, that was absolutely freezing.
Oh yes.
In Cardiff, but the way I look at it, Castle Square is not that far from any of the pubs.
Okay.
There's literally one just outside the square that is vape friendly, and if I manage to get like a party booking with them.
Mm-hmm.
You've got an indoor vape meet with drink afterwards.
That's the best sort of vape, mate, isn't it?
Well, yeah, and then it's got to be a case of getting the local media involved. We tried it before, but like Andy Sutton has turned up outside the Welsh Assembly to have 13 people behind me. There's always that. Oh, I haven't really turned out.
Yeah.
Us as a community is going.
And I think we might have lost Ridian again. He's not having a good night of it. He really isn't, bless. But, okay, so you can see he's frozen there. But, yeah, okay. What he's trying to say is, is the turnout last time was quite disappointing. I'm sure, not just the Welsh contingent, but across the country and across the EU, we'd like to see a better turnout. I know it's preaching a little bit, saying you must come out and support this, but ultimately, if no one actually turns up to these events, then you've got twofold here. You've got the people who are actually doing a lot of this legwork, and there are a few people doing most of the work. They're going to start thinking, well, what am I doing this for? And B, if you want to see vaping continue, you've really got to make the effort. If not for you now, but for people that come afterwards. There's millions of people out there who haven't actually switched to vaping yet, and they might not get the chance to. They might not get the chance to discover what we have discovered. So, well, hopefully we can get Ridian back, and I'm sure he's got a lot more to say on the subject. So, now I could play some VT. In fact, I think I might. I don't know if anyone remembers the Council of Vapor Stratos. I did a review on some time ago. Actually, it was a few months ago. It was last year. Anyway, I didn't give it a particularly favourable review simply because the amount of dry hits and stuff I got. But anyway, I picked up another coil for it a couple of weeks ago, and I thought maybe I'll give it another shot. Maybe I had a couple of dodgy coils. So yeah, I've got a bit of VT. It's only about 6 or 7 minutes long, so have a watch. Right, some of you may remember I did a review on the Council of Vapor Stratos some time ago, and my basic conclusions were that whilst I thought this was a fantastic looking atomizer, and I still think that, I think it's a magnificent looking atomizer, the vape on it was awful. I constantly had dry burns. It did the thing you just would not wick. Anyway, I popped into my local vape shop just the other day, and they were selling these along with some coils for the new atomizer that Council of Vapor brought out, and that's called the Typhoon. Right. So this is the one of the original Stratos coils in here, and this is actually a brand new one I purchased the same day, and I purchased it simply because was it a problem with the coils I had supplied with this device? No. It was not a problem with the coils I had supplied with this device. It's still burnt. So anyway, I picked up some additional coils for the Typhoon atomizer to pop in this because it's like they fit. They're the same housing. So let me if I just take this drip tip off, and I'll just remove the base. One moment. There we go. Let's get that started. Come on, so much screwing. Who would have thought it? Right. So yeah, in there we've got a Typhoon coil. Now you can see the difference pretty much immediately. If I just adjust the focus, because I'm bringing this closer to the camera. Right, one moment. That'll do me. So, as you can see, if you look down the coil that's actually on the base there, you can see it's a vertical coil. Now, on the original Stratos, that is a horizontal coil, and for life of me, I could not get this to work. And there's also what appears to be a ceramic cup in there as well. I did actually have one of these apart, but you know, it was so long ago now. I actually can't remember exactly what was inside it. So yeah. So I'd like to report that with the Typhoon coils, this actually does vape better, but not brilliantly still. And the reason it isn't really that much better, I mean, I'm not getting any dry hits anymore, so that in itself is far better. But I'll worry about that a bit in a minute. It's the airflow. The airflow on this is quite pitiful, to be honest. You just can't get enough air through it to get a real decent vape out of it. It's not bad. It's better than it was. It's basically saved me from chucking this thing in the bin, if I've got to be honest. So yeah. Anyway, enough of the close-uppy stuff. What we do, we'll go to a shot of me, and I'll show you performing. So there we go. So this will be the Stratos with a Typhoon coil in it, and sitting on top of a DNA 30 Vapor Shark here, and I'm currently vaping at 25 watts. And that is on its widest airflow setting. You know, I said in the Uppy Cozy shots that I think the big problem with this atomizer is down to the airflow. Well, yeah, it is. It's you know, it's very tight draw. Especially I've been used to using more airy tank atomizers more recently. But to be honest, it's like sucking anything for a straw. It's really hard work. But yeah, since I've put in this Typhoon coil, I've not gotten any burnt hits, which is more than can be said for the stock coils it comes with. I mean, I treated it the same way. I put the brand new coil I bought the other day on this. I filled this up. This is a 70% PG juice, by the way. So it's pretty watery. I mean, you can see it just sloshing around in there quite happily. And yeah, I primed the coil head, and I gave it a vape, and it was okay. I gave it a second vape, and it was burnt. So I put my thumb over the air hole. I gave it just an inhale, just to get a few bubbles up, and bubbles were coming up quite happily, and no problems there. Took a vape, fine-ish, not as good as it was when I primed it, and then the second one burnt. I even put down the voltage. You know, I put the voltage up. I put it on a mechanical mod, so it's a 3.7 to 4.2 volts. But it was 4.2 because it was pretty much fully charged. And this is a 0.7 ohm core. No, sorry, I tell a lie. It was a 0.5 ohm core that the other one was. This is what's in here now, 0.7. I'm making a right pig zero this, aren't I? You know, and it was designed for their own mechanical mods, and it was marketed as such, as a tank where you can use a sub-ohm coil on a straight mechanical and vape away. And frankly, yeah, my original verdict still stands. The Stratos tank is one to avoid. However, if you do insist on buying one, pick up some Typhoon coils of it. It will make your life so much better. But yeah, it vapes alright. It's a very tight draw. Vapor reduction is quite pitiful these days, really, considering the current state of play in the tanks. Flavour is good though, so if you're interested in the flavour more than your vapor, then this might be one to consider. But that's about the only real recommendation I can give. Anyway, so there we go. That wraps up my my little revisit to the Stratos. Cheers. So there we go, that's my update on the Stratos. I'm still not overly keen on it. It's not a bad Atty. And you can see Ridian's back with us at the moment, so we're going to see if the stream stays stable. I mean, poor Ridian, he's had a night of it tonight, he really has. So, you know, but no need to stress about it. Oh, God. But yeah, I'm still puffing away on the thing. But according to B, I should suck slower. I gotta be honest, I'm not really an expert on sucking. So, yeah, there we go. Anyway, what we're going to do, we're going to take an ad break, and hopefully connections will remain stable, and we'll pick up in a moment where we left off. So, I'll see you in a few minutes.
Joytech UK are proud sponsors of VapeTrails.tv.
Healthy Vape, UK purveyor of e-cigarettes and e-liquids. Proud sponsors of vaping entertainment on Vapor Trails TV. RY4 Radio.
Joytech UK are proud sponsors of VapeTrails.tv.
And we're back, and as you can see there, Ridian's having a vape on, was it 400 milligram juice there?
At least. And it's still not hitting the spot.
No? Oh dear. Righto. So, I'm going to put you full screen. Now, there we go.
Where were we?
I think you was about to have a rant.
Oh, I was about to have a rant.
If you weren't, you are now.
Yeah, about IT or protest. Yeah, it's like some people would think we've done all this before, and as you said, it's all about the future. Because let's face it, all the stuff that is propping up my chin on down here won't be available for anyone else after 2016 if the TPD has its way.
Yes.
So it's exactly the same reason why I got involved in the FEI in the first place. I want to make sure that the future is there for people who want to switch. Everyone else should think exactly the same. There is no such thing as, oh, I'll be fine, I can get all my e-liquid stuff, all my hardware off Tinternet. Well, new switchers won't know where to start to start.
Oh, no.
So, I've lost my steam now, thanks to that break. Yeah, right, so back to my back to my plan for the Welsh one anyway. I'm going to contact the local vendors, see if they can offer further enticement. Because in order to get as many people there, you don't just rely on Facebook and Twitter, you rely on the shops as well to get the word out.
Yes.
The only way that Europe got 180 odd thousand EFEI signatures is through the work of the shops. And this is how we can use the shops to our advantage as well, to get bodies there and go, hello, we want to keep our stuff, don't take it, it's our choice, we don't like our choice being taken away.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've heard it from DD, you've heard it from Kat, you've heard it from presenters on RY4, you've even heard it amongst chat yourselves. You're given a choice to choose an alternative to something that will kill you. These are proven otherwise.
Yes.
So it's a no-brainer really. But yeah, getting people on the streets is what we need. Come in a month and a bit's time, you could have sunshine till 8 o'clock, 8:30. Mind you, in Wales it's normally rain until 8:30. But it shouldn't just be the likes of me who've done this sort of thing before. It's like Viri want to get involved as well. Because if that link is still in chat, it links to a Facebook group which has a big list of all the vapor organisations, that have said that they'll do a demonstration or a protest in their country, in whatever part of their country. Like Austria have 2 venues doing theirs. Sorry about the fingers. I'm hope to be doing one in Swansea subject to permission from the council, because they're weird like that. Or alternatively, the UK could do one massive off meet, same scale as Vape Fest. If we want to do, we can get a lot of vendor backing, have a vape meet protest monster thing.
Well, we was talking about this in the production chat the other night, weren't we? And my personal view, and I'm sure this wouldn't be particularly popular, but what I reckon should happen is, say at Vape Fest, all the vendors should stop selling for an hour. They should shut up shop, and a PA system should come along, tell everyone to gather in one place, and they should be lectured at. You know, it might not be a popular idea, but I think there's Vape Fest is going to be the biggest gathering of vapors this year, whether they go to forums or Facebook or whatever. Some people might not even be aware of the TPD and the imminent threat, even the people that go to Vape Fest. Case in point, there was a guy on one of the larger forums the other day who actually asked what the TPD was, and this guy had over 800 posts to his name. You know, so there's people out there aren't aware, whether they're just not interested in and vape just purely for themselves and not interested in the community or whatever. I don't know, and maybe I'm getting a bit preachy here, but I think the time has come to stop mucking about so much and actually sort of be a bit more aggressive.
Well, yeah, it's like, you can either take the softly approach of doing everything via thunderclaps, emails and Twitter, or, like, get out there as I want to do. It's like, I went to the first BBC one, I went to the second anniversary one, I've held 2 outside the Welsh Assembly.
Yep.
And so I know what I'm doing. It's like, if others aren't quite sure on how to tackle, like putting a demonstration together, it's as simple as ask your council, see if you can do it. If you've got an absolutely massive number of people coming, get just let the police know because they've got to do crowd control and whatnot. Get the local vendors to donate to a raffle or something. Because people like free stuff.
Yeah, they do.
Well, almost free stuff. You can't have a raffle without paying for tickets.
Yeah.
Most of the time. And then source a vape-friendly venue for the evening so you can just natter and drink to your heart's content in the night. Because vapors like drinking, don't we?
Oh, yeah.
Dave Dawn. Dave Kitson. Mr. Aybrook. Sorry.
You're reading us some names. It's one of the things that... I'll spare you being on full screen there. One of the things that I actively did when I started vaping is I really, really wanted to meet other vapors. Because when I started vaping, there were no brick and mortar shops or anything like that. You could buy a cigarette in a garage, and that was about as close as you were going to get to a brick and mortar shop at the time. And indeed, that's how I started. But more of that sometime when I actually do a show around my vape-versary. Anyway, so I actively went out to seek and find other vapors. And, well, I've ended up meeting a lot of them in the area, you know, and it's quite something. But I do wonder now if the community has gotten such a saturation point where there is no real wider community anymore. I don't know if that makes sense.
I get where you're coming from, but put it this way. Again, I'm using the Welsh Vapors Facebook group as an example because I'm on it and so are you.
Yeah.
I've only met. Oh crikey! Outside, like my EFEI history and work history, I would say I've only met, say, less than a dozen that I don't meet or contact regularly. And they've come to one shopmate, another one just consistently posts look at me vaping videos on the forum. And then that's it. It's those people that I want to target, and the only way I could target them is getting them into a pub afterwards.
Yeah, here's an idea. Just inspired by, I can't recall who just typed that into chat. I can't really scroll up. Inspired by someone just typed into chat about some US reviewers are doing cigarette reviews. Now, what I do notice on the Facebook groups is a lot of hand check pictures.
Yeah.
So, how about for a little while that no one does anything but post hand checks of cigarettes? Hand check of the future.
To be honest, I'd have a hand check of an empty hand.
Well, yeah. You know, things like that. Maybe a few shock tactics and a bit of strong arming wouldn't go amiss, eh?
And that also links in to a flyer released by Vapors in Power during the Easter break.
Yes.
Basically, a not so polite reminder of what the TPD actually means for us. Because I've not done anything. Well, personally, I've not touched anything to do with the TPD outside of work because we're, the industry are getting ready to cope with the, what might be.
Yeah.
The only time when I get to chat about TPD is, by the way, do you know you won't be able to have that in 12 months' time? No, like just passing in the shop or whatever, don't be daft, and then the same cycle starts again.
Yeah, I've had similar lectures with. There's a few vapors in my place of work now, and I've collared them now and again and gave them the lecture, and they all agree it's ridiculous. But to be honest, none of them have done bugger all about it. And I ask them if they've written to their MPs, MEPs, and AMs, that sort of thing. No, they haven't. ask them why not, and they say, oh, well, I don't think it make any difference.
Well, an attitude like that won't
Well,
make any
exactly, it
difference.
won't, will it? No. But, that's the feeling I get from a lot of people that are not, and these people are not at all related to the community in any way, shape or form. I've asked them to watch, I said, oh yeah, I'll do a show on Wednesday nights, go and watch, here's the address. None of them ever have, in the hopes of maybe getting them exposed to the actual, the core vaping community, but, yeah.
Anyway, we digress a bit there.
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to... Right, you'll have to look out for me, Mark, because I don't have chat up, just in case my computer crashes again. I'm going to throw this open to chat. It's like, if you were to organise a demonstration, a protest or whatever, what would you do to get the people in? Some of the ideas may have already been said, but if we're going to have protest demos across the country, how would they differ from my idea?
Yeah, okay. We'll wait for that to come in. Whilst we're waiting there, Dave the Rayon has said 3D print some compliant items like unrefillable devices. This is the future. You couldn't 3D print an unrefillable device unless you stop the print halfway through, put some liquid in, and then carry on printing.
Yeah.
Which I suppose could almost work, but then you'd have to get your electronics in there as well.
Does that mean Dave the Rayon has designed a completely TPD compliant device?
Well, maybe. Whip It Up 69 says the community knows and understands what's going on. We need everyone else. Yeah, that's kind of the point I was trying to make. How
do we get everyone else?
Yeah, but the thing being, we're sitting here and we can only address the community. This medium isn't going out across ITV or BBC, is it? So it's only community members that are watching this.
Well, that's the whole point of the... Well, that's another piece of the arsenal, if you will, of these sort of demonstration events. Because I've got contacts with ITV, S4C, because they're pretty much the same company.
Yeah.
I'll be contacting James Dunworth from e-cigarette Direct, because he's got lots of contacts in the local media. Dave has pretty much got a black book of vaping contacts because of what he's done.
It is a weighty tome, I understand.
Yeah, it's like a room full of addresses. In his case, mine's minuscule, but I'm going to use what resources I have. I'm one person.
Yeah,
I've got a few people who are willing to help out. B is one of them. If she didn't point this event out to me, I wouldn't have gone, yep, nah, I'll do it, I'll sort it, whatever.
Yep.
So, because I've done that thing before.
There's some comments in chat there, putting posters and flyers out, which is not a bad idea, to be honest. It's, of course, the funding is the other thing, isn't it? A lot of this activism, advocacy seems to be funded a lot from vapors' own pockets.
Well, yeah. I wasn't reimbursed for my train travel across the south of Wales.
And most of us are people with 9-to-5 jobs. Have families and we have bills to pay. We can't necessarily pay for all this, but we do what we can. But yeah, posters and flyers in all of the vaping shops would be a good start. How many people would actually pay attention to them, I don't know. I think I've spoken before at some length about how I feel about some vaping shops and ignoring the TPD completely. So, but as someone else just pointed out as well, so chat is scrolling very fast and it's very hard for me to keep up. That maybe organising travel to and from the events. Well, this is kind of the point of having them in major city centres, that sort of thing, because it tends to be easy to get to. And not too expensive to get to either.
It's like some shop vape meets that I've been to, people have driven from, one was held in Ponta de Lais. and people from Merthyr and Aberdare drove down to that shop.
Mm.
People are willing to travel for fun, so we need to make this activism and I've done the same, haven't I? Activism and advocacy more accessible. Because Dave, Lorian, Sarah, and a load of others who do this for the greater good, to quote Hot Fuzz, all do it out under their own steam.
Yeah.
Pardon the pun. Yeah, so they know firsthand of the grinds of financing their own voluntary work. I do.
Yeah.
I think it's just time that I don't want to sound grumpy about it, but sometimes some of us who do this get sick of being the only people who are doing it.
Yeah, that's right.
So we need people who have just switched and realised the greatness of vaping to help us out.
Yeah. Another comment that's just flown past is what about getting some celebrities involved, minor or otherwise. I can tell you that we at VTTV have attempted to get some celebrities on, some big names and some not so big names. We haven't had much luck yet, but you never know. That might happen. But I'm not really at liberty to divulge exactly who we've approached. But yeah, dialogue has been opened. Right, I've taken you off full screen now. So, have you frozen up again? No, you haven't. Okay.
No, I'm pondering.
Okay.
It's a dangerous thing.
Chief Keith says, have a stall with a banner saying free e-cigs here. Then have a table with a banner and it printed with cigalikes and just have one or two actual cigalikes on there. And when people come to the table, oh, they've been flying out. People know that they're not going to be able to vape all the shiny stuff you're carrying come next year. So they're taking all this opportunity to get prepared, perhaps. Yeah, maybe.
Well, that's pretty much like on the similar idea that I spoke to you about while EFEI was still going on. You know, like some shops just going. I'm trying to remember what it was. It's like you said they shut for an hour. I'm going. They stay open, but they only do the rubbish stuff. So people go in who don't know the shop, know they have the shiny artist things, and so they're like, "Oh, can I have? Do you do 30ml bottles?" No. He's got a 30ml bottle. Like, yeah, he brought that in. Oh.
Whip It Up 69 says, again, celebs on VCTV would just be talking to the community. Yeah, but put one of us in charge of BBC and then we'll sort it out. But the thing being, right, if we was to get a celebrity on here, we could light up Twitter with the celebrity's name saying they're going to be appearing on here. People would be tuning in. People that are not vapors or whatever, people that are just fans of this celebrity would be tuning in to watch their celebrity, the celebrity they're a fan of, be on this show, and that would help get the word out. So there is merit on actually getting a celebrity actually on VTTV. And it's something that we are trying to do. Yeah, it's one of the things. It's quite a hot topic, to be honest, and we could probably get quite carried away on this. I mean, you got anything else to add there, Ridian?
Yeah. All you guys in chat have an extended circle of vaping friends, no doubt. If you want to get them to a demonstration or a vape meet, drag them by their ears, kicking and screaming. Because it's for your good, their good, and the good of people to come.
Yeah.
And that's my candidacy speech for VIP. No. No.
So, yeah. So, I would say apologies for getting a bit serious there. We tend to be a bit more light-hearted on this show, but every now and again, things things need to be said, and so I don't really make any apology for this. You know,
My fault.
No, it's,
I chose this. My fault.
you know, no, it's fine. I think every now and again we're already started a bit of a rant. So with that in mind, shall we take the adverts?
Yes, please.
Righto. Okay, we'll be back in about 5 minutes. All right. So see you in a moment.
Joytech UK are proud sponsors of vapetrails.tv.
Often imitated, never duplicated. Award-winning service and products from cloud9vaping.co.uk.
Vapors, Dripper just got 40% bigger. So if you love discovering new e-liquids, tell Dripper what flavours you like and we'll send you 70ml of juice and at least 5 flavours. With a money back guarantee and free delivery anywhere in Europe, dripper.co.uk.
What's in this e-cig cloud? Harmless water vapour, right? Pretty much, yes. Compared to a lit cigarette, it's much safer than smoke. But it contains nicotine, and nicotine on its own isn't toxic and doesn't cause cancer. If you're worried about switching to vapour, here are some facts. No tar, no smoke, no burnt tobacco. Cooking your evening meal produces more toxins than are found in exhaled vapour. Tobacco smoke contains toxins at very high levels, and vapour does not. And that vapour contains 6,000 times less carcinogens than cigarette smoke. Electronic cigarette vapour. There's nothing to be frightened of. The only dangerous electronic cigarette is a banned one.
Joytech UK are proud sponsors of vapetrails.tv.
And we're back. And I just had a PM on the in the chat room from one of my work colleagues, who's not a vapor or a smoker, so I don't know what he's doing watching this.
It's because you asked him to, no doubt.
He sits opposite me at work. Well, no, I've never asked him to watch it because he's not a vapor or a smoker. So, but also didn't read the notice saying do not PM the presenters. Oh well. Anyway, we were going to have a bit of ET, but that would actually take us over the hour. So we're going to give that a miss tonight. So instead, we're going to have a bit of fun now. All right. So we've had our rant. Yeah, I did some spring cleaning over the bank holiday weekend. I've got to sort this all out. I
New
could
colander
have.
too.
Sorry?
It's a new colander too.
Yeah, I bought it specifically for this task. But yeah, I was going through some. This is not all of them, by the way. I was going through some of my atomizers, and I was thinking, if I was to take them all apart individually and then just rinse them all out, put them in the ultrasonic cleaner, that's all. It would take me days. So I thought, forget this. We'll just stick them all in a colander and put them under the shower head.
Not the same, is it?
No, well, I couldn't tell you yet because I haven't actually reassembled it all. So
I was going to ask, have you got a new 10-gallon ultrasonic that we don't know about?
Yeah, I got an industrial one. So yeah, if anyone would care to actually spot and name every single atomizer in there, you win a prize. But you got to get every single one.
There's a photo of it on Facebook somewhere, isn't there?
There's a photo on Facebook and on my Twitter feed. So if you can name them all, okay, if you can name 90% of them, you win a prize. Don't know what that prize is. It's probably one of the ones I don't use. Very boring says there's going to be a hell of a size Atty if that's the mesh he needs for it. No. So yeah, I've got the fun of sorting through all those at some point. I did sit the other morning and go through a couple of them, and I thought, whatever. Trouble is, most of those Atties have been sitting there for ages doing nothing. I might have a problem, you know.
No, you have Atties. There's no problem. Spares of spares.
So, case in point, you can see there, I've got plenty of gear, right? Now, I could be one of those I'm alright jacks, I don't need to do anything about this whole TPD thing. You know? I'm not.
Nice segue.
Yeah, that was almost seamless, wasn't it?
It's like you planned that from the start.
Dear. So, yeah, there we go. But the thing being, I like vaping, and I like things that go with vaping, and I like to try all the things that go with vaping. So, yeah.
Just like the vid that you won't be able to show tonight.
No, but we'll show that next week. Oh, B says it's a bad photo. Now, the other day she said it's her eyesight. Now it's a bad photo.
All because she can't tell what's in there. And she wants some new stuff.
Come on, B, if you can guess what it is, I'll personally deliver it to you. It's somewhere in Cardiff, wherever you are. No? Okay.
Deliver it to the Bridgen store so she'll have to travel.
I don't think Rob would let them go. They might get lost somewhere. So anyway, how are you getting on with that DNA 40, Iridium?
I'm actually quite surprised how smooth it is. I didn't expect the draw to be so smooth compared to a normal Canthnal build. Yeah, I'm still getting to grips of finding the temperature sweet spot, but I'm liking it a lot.
Okay. Well, you got a sub tank on there in a minute, have you? Or?
Yep. Sub-tank mini on it, but why has it done that? It's suddenly gone into... I haven't changed the coil!
You've got a dodgy connection there.
Ah.
That's what you got, because it's lost connection, come back on again. It doesn't know if it's new or not. Actually, speaking of sub-tank minis, I completely forgot about this. If you'll excuse me a moment.
Have a go on it.
No. If you look at close uppy cam, I've got a sub-tank plus. still in this box. I haven't actually taken it out of this box yet, so let's have a quick nose at it, shall we? This is not a review, it's just having a play. If you're familiar with the sub-tanks, yeah, we know all about all this. So, yeah, here is a sub-tank plus. Excuse the shadow because I'm blocking the light in my hand. Let's move this to one side for a minute. Here is a sub-tank plus then. Here is the original sub-tank, the 25mm version. And you can see they're basically the same size. In fact, they're identical in size. But what we got there in the difference is a box in the way. But aside from that, we've got a slotted airflow control as opposed to the three holes. So that's something. If you actually were to, I've got one here somewhere. Compare it to a sub-tank mini, it's basically a giant version of that. So, right, what we're going to do is we go back to non-closed yappy cam. I'm going to fill her up and take my first vape in it on the air, shall we? That'll be a bit of fun. While we're doing that, Ridian will carry on with his DNA 40 experiences.
Yeah, apart from the connections dropping every so often, I'm finding it really cool. I've currently got it at 420 Fahrenheit.
Oh, yeah, that's generally what I run them at, to be honest.
Yeah, connection's gone again. Oh well.
You might want to raise the centre pin up on the mod, perhaps.
Yeah, I was looking at that, but I suppose screwdrivers are somewhere over there.
You don't have a whole ton of blue-handled mini screwdrivers, then?
Yeah, in my vaping box, which is over there.
I had a vaping box once. I've now got a vaping room.
Unfortunately, I haven't had the chance to acquire as much kit as you have.
Yeah. Like I
I'm
said,
a vaping baby after all.
Sorry?
Oh, whoa. That sounded bad, didn't it?
I didn't quite catch that, I'm afraid.
I said I'm a vaping baby after all.
A vaping baby? No, that doesn't sound right at all.
Yeah, no.
Right. So, I've got the stock cord on here, fairly obviously, so that'd be the 0.5. I'll stick it on my K-box. Oh, it's actually got two of these airflow slots. Oh, this could be quite fun. I didn't notice that. So we've got an airflow slot there and an airflow slot here. That could be quite monstrous. Let's take a few dry puffs on it first to get some juice feeding through. It's 80% VG these juice as well, by the way, so let's have a go. Yeah, that chucks about.
Want one?
Darren, if you're still watching this, I won't be vaping this in the office tomorrow because I can't vape in the office. Oh, that's brought a smile to my face. That really has. That's silly.
It's brought a jealous face to this face.
25 quid. So it's not bad. That was at 25 watts, by the way.
From a reputable retailer, no doubt?
Yes.
And that's all he's given away, so I have to hunt for it myself.
Oh, there's a few places. So sorry, I bought mine from SR Vapes. 25 quid and free shipping. So...
That's very reasonable. That's the going price of a sub-tank anyway,
Oh, no.
isn't it?
Darren says Vaporwave's not in. Okay, so I'll see you next week then, Dal. Right. Yeah, this is quite fun. Let's have a quick nose inside the box. I won't put it in close up you can. But yeah, we've got the usual suspects in here. We've got the little warning thing about the you know what you call. We got the rebuildable head parts, which is exactly the same as the one on the Mini. A spare coil. Got a spare tank in there. Baggie of cotton. And a blue handled screwdriver. So yeah, the usual stuff in there.
And a complete set of O-rings too.
And a complete set of O-rings, yeah, it's all in there. So yeah, that's good. I'm happy with that. Yeah, another one to put in my Collins as a clean at some point.
Oh, and Vicky's just told me hi to everybody. She's standing there. She's quite bored.
Is she?
Because I've exiled her again.
Oh dear. Oh, God.
She's almost as bad for the limelight as me, really. Aren't you?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
Simon says Matt is not very attentive. Actually, Darren was in today. He was sat opposite me. And he was going to be in tomorrow, but these obviously other things have happened. So yes, I am very attentive.
Oh, that's good. Right, speaking of, back on the DNA 40, what would you recommend build-wise on a dripper? Because I've seen Simon use nickel in his drippers.
Right, well, dual coils can be a bit tricky.
They sap the battery, don't they?
Yeah, I mean, I tend to use it on these two ones, which are dual 18650s, so it's not really such a problem for me. Darren, stop telling them things about me. Really.
Oh, please do. Even though I can't see it, please do. Let everyone else know.
He likes the Swedish fish, yeah, I might vape that stuff. But yeah, so basically the key points the key points would be to make sure your coils are open coils and not micro coils. If you can, wrap the coils around the screw heads and not through the holes in the posts.
Right.
Because you'll get a better connection that way. But try it with a single coil, and if you like it, stick with it. But then a dual coil can be a bit trickier. So,
okay.
Experimentation is the key, really.
Yeah. Excuse me. Oh, yeah. It's like I've been showing this off in work today.
All right. Yeah, you can vape at work 'cause you work in a vaping place.
Yep.
I can't vape at work, so I'm not allowed.
Naughty council officers. Naughty. Not a Labour-run council, is it, by any chance?
Sorry?
Not a Labour-run council, by any chance?
What do you think?
My money's on you.
Yeah, you'll be right as well. So, there we are. Anyway, I suppose we better touch on what's coming up. Tomorrow will be Mr. Dawn and his hour of hazing. I believe Keith is with him this week. I believe he is. I haven't heard otherwise. So no show on Sunday, of course, because Dave's taking his R&R. Monday we're back to Drips and Tips since they were off last Monday. And Tuesday Vapor Scene with Marco and Gary, and then back to us two over here next Wednesday. And of course, don't forget your vaping entertainment on RY4 after this show in a couple of minutes. And I think Shenanigans is going on Saturdays again, isn't it?
No, he has it off this Saturday.
Oh, he does he?
Mr. Desivapor is back on stage as his one-man band Desecrator, I do believe, in Worcester.
Has he got a mouth organ and stuff strapped to his chest and a drum on his back?
I do probably. I think he's dusting off his Pearly King outfit for this Saturday. He'd probably kill me now.
Okay. Anyway, so yeah, we better call it a night, haven't we? It's been fun.
No.
Well, maybe not so much for him behind me, but there we are. Yeah, we've had a rant and we've had a bit of a giggle, so all's right in the world, isn't it? So let's queue up my number 8. Okay. So until next week, we'll see you. Say ta.
Ta-da.
Joytech UK are proud sponsors of vapetrails.tv.